Well, good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I want to share with you guys a quick video review of a product that I recently purchased. And no, it wasn't sponsored, although I tried. It was too big of an item to be sponsored on my channel quite yet. And but I wanted to share with you guys, give you guys just a quick video review of my new hot tub. And this one here is actually not a discontinued model, but an unavailable model that I picked up through Costco. And you can buy hot tubs all over Amazon, eBay, Home Depot, Lowe's. The sky's the limit. But I did a video a couple weeks ago just stating what to expect when you order a hot tub from Costco, just because it's kind of a nerve-wracking experience. If you're going to buy one not locally, where you're going to get the best deal going online, of course. eBay is a great place to buy stuff like this. I opted to buy it through Costco just because of the price point. Now I got mine for $2,000, about $2,200. Well, it was $2,000 shipped, and with tax it came to about $2,200. Came with the cover and the stairs. And like I said, I just want to give you guys just a quick update. I've been using it now for probably about a little over a month. And I just want to tell you guys a little bit about some of the issues, you know, or not really the issues, but what I had to do to get everything up and running, and just give you guys kind of an idea of what you'll need to do if you want to pick one of these up. Now, anytime you buy a hot tub from a big box store, you are subject to having to deal with a lot on your own. You know, basically you're going to buy it, at least in my experience, you're not going to get charged right off the bat until it ships. And then once it ships, then you'll get charged on your credit card. You set up a delivery time with the driver. There's less of a personal feel to it. And you know, that's okay if you order things online, small items, because they just drop them off at your door and you bring them to the house, you're good. But when you're getting delivered a pallet weighing 570 pounds or 530 pounds, whatever it weighed, it's a little nerve-wracking for one person to deal with. Now, it is possible, depending on where you're going to get it. My only situation, as I mentioned in the other video, was the fact that they drop it curbside. And if you order it from a hot tub company locally, although, you know, let's face it, there's huge markup on these things when you buy them locally, you'd never get into a hot tub locally for $2 grand. No way. And so, you know, when you're dealing with a company like that, they have special tools, special trolleys or trailers designed to move these very easily. Whereas in my case, I had some furniture dollies. So if you're going to do what I did, you need some furniture dollies. If you have a couple friends, that'd be great. I didn't want to bring anybody over because I wanted to get it set up and not be bothered. So luckily the delivery drivers, so when they came up, luckily there was two of them, and they were nice enough to bring up the driveway. But my intention was to say, hey, you know, if I give you a tip for, you know, give you 40 bucks so you bring up the driveway. They automatically just saw that my little tiny parents, and they were like, oh God, they're never going to be able to do this. And they were like, we'll wheel it up the driveway. So I gave them the $40 anyway. It was a great gesture on their part, and I really appreciate it. And that was awesome. So it alleviated a lot of stress just to get it on a flat part of my driveway, where I could just easily wheel it right into the garage, out the back door, and into location. And I was able to, you know, by myself. No, really, I mean, I'm not like the strongest of guys in the world. You know, I mean, when I worked out, it's a different story, but I need to get back to doing that. Especially, got my shirt off now in the hot tub, all this stuff. But anyway, you know, I was able to, dry weight of the hot tub alone, by the time you take the cover, the pallet off, is about 315 pounds roughly on this particular one. Oh, and the name of this is called the Adriana by Aquaterra. And this thing sold out quick. I'm sure it's something they're going to bring back, because I think it's one of the best models that they make. It's not a huge hot tub. It's roughly, I'd say, about 84 inches by 60 something. So, I mean, for two people, it's, I mean, I would say three people comfortably. It's a 4-person hot tub, but for one person, it's great. Two people, no problem at all. And you know, I don't know if I'd want to have 3 or 4 of my buddies in this thing. It gets a little too close for comfort. But if you got your lady, you know, and you want to get in there, this thing's absolutely perfect. And you know, if you want to have a friend over too, 3 people is really optimum for this thing. There is 4 seating positions, but I'll show you what those look like in a second. And I opted to go with this particular model because it seemed to have the best of both worlds. I didn't want to have a round hot tub. They're, I think, more conversational, more of a soaking tub. I wanted something that kind of jump around different seats, have jets in different parts of my body, and just, you know, really use it for its therapeutic properties. And you know, I've been, this last couple of years, my lower back, I mean, it's just been, I mean, really painful. I mean, some days are better than others, but when I put my flower boxes together the other day, and I gotta tell you, like, I'm in pain bending over a lot of times like that. And so eventually I'll go see a doctor and see if I can do something about that. Sure as hell won't be medication because I don't believe in that. A little ibuprofen once in a while, but for the most part I don't roll that way. But like I said, I was able to get this in position, and what I love about it is this thing really does relax my muscles, and I can kind of move myself around in the hot tub, kind of get those jets on different parts of my body. So let me just stop talking for a second. Actually, let me just say one more thing. This is a 220 convertible model, so you can actually, with a professional electrician, you can run this 110, 110 15 amp, 110 30 amp, or 220, I believe, 60 amp, I think is what it is. Not impossible for a do-it-yourselfer to get it. Looked at the 220. I wanted to try it first at 110, and I'll show you what I did in just a second. So let me go to pop it open. Now you're gonna see flower petals all over the thing, and that's because this pergola I have over here, I've been training this wisteria. Let me just go ahead and show you here. I've been training this wisteria for about 10 years, and although it is beautiful, it is a mess and not something to have over the hot tub. So in the next couple weeks, this thing is going to be ripped down. I'm going to replace the pergola with some warmerized lumber. Still going to be painted white, but I'm going to do this in such a way where I'm going to use a sail shade. And unfortunately, this is a beautiful plant, but it's just the wrong thing to have over a hot tub. I thought about salvaging it on the sides a little bit, but I think it's just going to come down. It's going to be sad to see it go, but I mean, look at what it's doing. It's just, you're constantly having to fish things out of the hot tub and then clean the outside. So once all these petals drop, and I've trimmed these whips quite a bit, and it's still dropping. So the issue, I will say, is that a lot of stuff gets in the water, and it has made the water cloudy, so we'll have to drain it and refill it. But I've been getting the chemicals set up properly. That's something to think about when you're getting a hot tub, that you're going to have to spend a little money on the chemicals and take your time to, I would really once a week test your water. And I would, every time that you use it, I would test the water. So, but that's me, I'm just kind of anal about that. So here's what it looks like from the outside. And I'll give you kind of a quick walk around here. Fit the spot perfectly. And this is made of like more of a, I believe it's like a plastic or a resin of some sort on the outside. This is fake wood, so you never have to worry about this thing rotting or having any kind of issues. Nice and durable. Has a nice brown wood finish on it. And then you have that matching cover on top, covered in the petals, obviously. It does come with these locks, so in my case, I don't have them connected right now because I was just using it, but these just clip right in here. And you will have to attach these. You just screw them right into the side, and this actually comes with a key. You can actually lock this. So if you have an area, you know, that my area is pretty private, nobody's going to come in here and try to use it, but you know, especially with little kids or whatever, it's nice to be able to lock this if you have children or whatnot. It does come with the stairs, just kind of a basic plastic stairs, and then you have, of course, your line. And this is basically how you run these plug-and-play models. You basically just plug them in. You could do something a little slicker, I guess, you know, but this is not a traffic area for me, so nobody's going to be tripping over that. It's a commercial-grade outdoor cable. And I just have it draped down right on through the box so it's here. And this is the outdoor box I put in. And so I will talk about that in a second as well. So let me just show you the hot tub. Let me pop the cover off and I'll give you an idea what it looks like on the inside. Trying to get these petals in here. I'll be really happy to get this pergola gone. Alright, so you can see the water's a little cloudy right now, and that's because what has happened is a lot of these petals have fallen into the water, and no matter how much I fish them out, they still get trapped in the filter, and this is something you have to deal with if you have anything falling, any kind of foreign matter falling into a hot tub. This is correctable, but unfortunately, I've tried clarifiers, and the clarifiers helped. I've tried cleaning the filter religiously, and nothing I seem to do is able to get this water clear. The water is clean. The water is, you know, okay to bathe in. It's just I just have that kind of murky, cloudy bathwater look. So unfortunate, but I'll probably drain it and start over. Let me just pop the cover completely off here. Now, one disappointment, I thought that this thing came with one of the cover holders that allow you to swing this off. Me, I have to just kind of drop it on the ground, so I'll probably will build something off to the side here just to keep it off the ground when I take it off, or maybe build something a little slicker. That's what I do in the meantime. And so, before I turn it on, let's give you an idea of what it looks like. Here you have your controls. Very basic. You have your temperature up and down, And there is a program for this to set winter modes if you're going to use it like that, to set the filtration cycle. I just left everything default. You have your light, of course, and your pump. And you can see right now it's off because the tub is at temperature. It's not running a filtration cycle right now. And this is what it's doing. It's just keeping temperature. Right now the temperature around here is about 60. It's been fluctuating between 58 and 72 degrees where I live. And the hot tub keeps the temperature pretty much perfectly at 104, which is the max. And then when you get in it, you can be in it for probably about close to an hour without the temperature dropping more than 2 degrees. So you have a handle, which is a combination waterfall. I'll turn that on in a second. If you look at the jets, these are your 4 seating positions. You have one in the corner. And then let me see if I just get over here and let me see if I can get myself on camera here so I can just kind of explain this a little better. See if I can do this. Bear with me here, guys. I'm just going to try to wrap this around this tree here. Oh yeah, here, I got a better idea. Nah, I'll just hold it, screw it. So these are more your deeper seating positions. This is the deepest seating position here, where you have 5 different jets. You have your standard style jets on the top here, 1, 2, and 3, and then you have your rotating jets that you can turn on or off if you want to increase the flow to some of the other jets in the tub. On the other side, you have a lounger, and that has 6 jets, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of the adjustable ones on top, right down to the lower back. And then this is actually a lounger. I'm not sure if you can see it by the video, but it kind of slopes like this. And then you have a couple calf jets over here. You have another back jet adjustable on this side here, so you can kind of wave your feet around and get that to touch your feet. Over here, I don't know if you can see that, you have your Ozonator output, which helps you keep the water clean and pure. And then down below you have 4 jets at your feet, and I love sitting in this position here because you can really kind of sprawl out and get your feet and the arches of your feet on those 4 jets. And then of course you have another position over here with 2 jets, 1 adjustable. This is your highest position. This is great to sit if you're just going to have a beverage, and I'll do that a lot of times. Either have my coffee in the morning or beer on the weekends, and sit there and have my table. I can get on my phone, if you want to do that. I don't recommend doing that. Probably not the safest thing, but I do it. And then when I want to lounge out, I hit up the lounger position. This is a little bit deeper, where you're getting closer to your whole chest underwater. This, you're getting your heart out of the water. This is a little bit deeper, so you're pretty much submerged, but it's a little bit higher than the other one here. And then of course this one here is your deepest, where you're pretty much at your neck in water. Over here we do have a drink holder, pretty basic, just 4. It's removable. This is where your filter's at. So you just have 4 spots for a couple drinks, and there's your filter and skimmer right there. So what I'm going to do is just turn it on now, and you can just kind of see the action. And basically all you do is you just hit the button. Turns it on to speed 1. This is the speed that the low speed, if you're running it at 110, will actually still have the heater on, so we're actually heating the water when it needs it. When there's demand for heat, it'll run at this speed and heat the water. But this is kind of something that it uses to basically circulate the water. And if you're going to really just kind of soak maybe and just have a more of an intimate conversation, I would say you'd want to run this speed, but I like the jet power. So you see the waterfall there is a little bit clogged with a little bit of residue. So this is your control for the waterfall. So I can turn it all the way off, or you can turn it on full blast. What I normally do is just put a toothpick in there, and it kind of cleans that out. And of course you have your aerator right here, so you can turn that off if you want to. I'll usually do that when I'm going to shock it, but normally I just keep it on. And then we want to go ahead and put it in high speed mode. That's what you get. This thing is absolutely fantastic, and you really can't beat the price. Aquaterra really gives you a lot of spa for the money. So that's about it. I wish you could jump. Well, no, I don't, because this is mine. But definitely something if you have any kind of back pain or just this thing. What I do is I get in this usually after work, and I get in this in the morning, or sorry, in the evening, like about an hour before bed. And I tell you, I've been sleeping a lot better having this. It just really relaxes you. I get in bed, put my neck pillow on, and I doze off pretty quick. So let's kind of turn that off for a second here. And then just to show you real quick before I close on the video, this is what I did here with the 110 line. This hot tub will plug in to any household 110. It has an attached GFCI. You see that right there with the red light on, where you can test it. And so what I did is I put an outdoor surface mounted box on, and I got one of these outdoor weatherproof covers. And what I had to do is, because these plugs are so big, you're not going to go into a hardware store and find a box that'll accommodate this. So what I did is I bought one of these boxes, I took a drop saw, and I just carved it out. Carved out enough where, cut the plastic enough where it'll stay closed. I can lock it if I want to, but I don't lock it because I want to be able to, if there's a problem, come over here and hit that button and turn it off. And then I just basically snaked the line in to the garage to a existing 20 amp breaker that I had that was to a central vac system that I don't actually use. So it worked out perfectly. I was able to tap right into that and get rid of the actual plug that's in the garage and relocate the plug basically outside, and it works perfectly. Alright guys, well, that's about it. That's my video on the Aquaterra hot tub. Adriana, of course that won't matter to you because you really can't find it right now. It's totally sold out, but I'm sure they'll bring it back. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. I'll put a link in the description where you can get this when it becomes available. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys have a wonderful day. Remember to subscribe, click like, and thank you so much. Take care.